Project Management Consulting Services presents Training course on basic skills of Microsoft Project 2010. For managing a project, first we have to create a work structure. To begin with, we will start by a top-down planning method. In Project 2010, we have some special new features available for us to have a top-down planning. The first one is called Creating a Summary Task. We click here and write, for example, projection. It is necessary to select an example that will make more or less sense. I'll choose projection and construction because they are connected between themselves by the stages of work. Right away we will show that in new technology it is possible to apply top-down planning. For this purpose I will select Manually Scheduled, and this is a new feature which appeared in Project 2010. Let us suppose that projection of something like, for example, a road or railway junction will take 3 months, or should take 3 months. Of course, all the numbers are very rough. Here I will use one of the new functions, that is what new project allows, for in previous versions we couldn't just start planning top-down right away. Suppose it will consist of roads and some junction. Let's assume that these actions will take 1 month and 1 month. Suppose we don't yet have any contracts with contractors on projection stage. We see that even on the main schedule on the Gantt chart, if we scroll to task, we see that those bars have pale color, for the dates of start and finish are not yet defined. It is also can be seen in the columns. Okay, I am closing it. After projection we'll have a construction stage. We go once again and create a new summary task and write construction. You see that those pictograms are different. I used top-down planning here and assigned 1 month for each task and 3 months from higher-ups on the stage itself, and those 2 tasks have not exceeded this time. And for construction I'll just use auto-scheduling mode. We will also have here roads and junction, and it is visible how project helps me here. They will also have duration of 1 month and 1 month. And on this group of tasks I will show exactly how auto-scheduling mode works. I will choose auto-schedule, and you see that in auto-scheduling mode project right away tries to calculate the work's duration and start and finish dates. Let's just, out of curiosity, leave junction manually scheduled and compare. Those tasks differ even graphically on the Gantt chart. Auto-scheduled tasks parameters are determined simply by network planning, and those which are determined by fixed dates, for example by agreements with contractors, those tasks are intended for a new type of tasks in project, manually scheduled. In that case, all shifts are possible only after their approval. Therefore, probably the best option here is to choose manually scheduled. For interaction with contractors, it is the optimal choice. So what have we done already? We've created the structure of works, work breakdown structure, and now we need to create a calendar plan. For this purpose it is necessary to set work duration for tasks which have auto-scheduling mode. Let's assume that's our case for projection. That's how the previous version of project worked. And for works which terms are set by contracts, for them this mode with a pushpin is set. It shows that these terms are always determined on the basis of coordination and approval workflow, so this is a good choice for managing contractors. And also there is number of dates determined by dependencies. So I point to a task, push left mouse button and drag a link out of it, and drop it to another task. It shifted. The same thing with junction. And now the difference in behavior will become evident. If our construction of roads is an auto-scheduled task, and our projection of roads is delayed, for example, it takes 2 months instead of 1 month, see how it turned out. And the same thing with junction. If it is delayed, you see that Microsoft Project reacted differently. It is visible that it didn't shift this task, the one with a push pin, to a new date. Instead of it, it marked it with a special dotted line that something is wrong here, and it also underlined the date with a red line. If I right-click the mouse, a new command appears: Respect links. This is exactly one of the new features of Microsoft Project 2010, and it corresponds with the real business. So if there are agreements with contractors, we can't simply use classical network planning, where the dates are determined by dependencies. Instead, we should first renegotiate the shift with the contractor, and when our constructions contractor approves the new date, we tell the task, respect links. See, it shifted. So we have applied two very important elements of project management. It is top-down planning. Look now at the projection stage. More time is still allocated. For that purpose, we used this button, Create Summary Task. The second element is a combination of task modes. In auto-scheduling mode, we determine the dates. And when the dates should be confirmed to us by contractors, we use manually scheduled tasks. Microsoft Research Center surveyed how the users work and came to conclusion that basically majority of users work with manually scheduled tasks. So one can't simply calculate the work schedule by network planning. As a rule, any changes made, just like now, need to be approved by all participants and stakeholders.